Oh, it's happening. It is happening, everyone. Everybody sit down. Look at this. Luis Suarez starts for Barcelona in the biggest game in world football. Luis Suarez makes his comeback in El Clasico, and welcome here to Talk FCB. We're going to be talking over some of Luis Enrique's decisions today. He's left out Ivan Rakitic and Jordi Alba, as well as Pedro as well. That one is not much of a shock, to be honest, but what a game we've got coming up. The first competitive match in a Barcelona shirt for Luis Suarez. Nothing gets bigger than a Clasico at the Bernabeu as well. What a time for him to hit the mark running, and it's going to be incredible to see what he can produce out there. Xavi's in again, another Clasico for him, another one under the belt for one of our most experienced players in Clasicos. His experience is going to be vital tonight with Ivan Rakitic on the bench, and he could be very interesting to come on in the second half when things are getting a bit stretched, when players are getting a bit tired. His energy and his work rate would come in really, really handy if, for instance, if we are leading in the second half, he's a great player to put on just to shore things up defensively. Mathieu brought in at left back as well. That's an interesting one from Luis Enrique. Of course, he's only played there once this season, but when he did very, very well. And everyone says about him how good he is defensively in terms of playing him at left back. But going forward, he's not bad as well. You know, he's tall, he's very physical, but he has got a bit of pace about him. He's good with the ball at his feet, and I think he'll do really, really well down that left-hand side. Of course, without Gareth Bale, you don't really have to worry too much about pace. You've just got to be very solid at the back, and it's a debut in the Clasico for him, but he played well against Real Madrid last season for Valencia, and I've got a funny feeling he's going to do the same tonight. He scored the last time Valencia played Real Madrid, and possibly from a set piece tonight he may well do the same. And in terms of the other players, Claudio Bravo starts in goal, Dani Alves, Piqué and Mascherano complete the back four. Dani Alves and Piqué, of course, under some scrutiny in the last few weeks with their performances, but hopefully today they can bounce back stronger and put in the good displays they usually do in big games. Mascherano starting at centre back. He's got to be switched on as always, but he's got two big players around him, Mathieu and Piqué either side, and they'll be helping him out when the aerial balls come into the box. Xavi in midfield alongside his counterpart Iniesta. Xavi is reunited at last in Clasicos, and we've seen that combination so many times cut apart Real Madrid, and we're going to be hoping for the same sort of effect here. Lionel Messi, of course, and Sergio Busquets make up the rest of our midfield situation. Messi playing in a more advanced role just behind the two strikers. That is, for the first time this season, Neymar complete with Luis Suarez. The deadly trio up front are reunited at last, and finally we've got some real magic. You know, we had Pedro there for a few weeks next to Neymar, and he's been wasting chances that have been coming his way. Now Lionel Messi has got the option of having Neymar and Suarez in front of him. Picking out passes to those two is only something you can dream of. And of course, the little man can produce a bit of brilliance himself when he wants to. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of that tonight. So what a game we've got in store here today, guys. I mean, it's going to be an absolute cracker. So much money on the field. You know, Real Madrid is set up with the formation and the team we expected them to start with, and it's going to be interesting how we play it, because I think we're going to go out there and do our usual thing. We're going to control possession, we're going to have a lot of the ball, we have to defend set pieces properly, we've got to be organised from them, having Mathieu and Piqué and Busquets, we've got a bit more height. Luis Suarez, of course, he's decent attacking headers as well in his own box. Then you've got the likes of Lionel Messi, who can change games, Neymar, who can change games, and then Xavi and Iniesta as well in midfield, who'll be providing chances for them. But those two have got to work hard as well, and I'm sure they will have their strict instructions from Luis Enrique today, but those two have got to work really hard in midfield to keep out Real Madrid and to stop them getting on the ball. Our pressing has to be good. We've got to press them really high up the pitch, make sure we win the ball back as quick as we can, but everything looks good. I'm very, very pleased with the lineup. Of course, I'm over the moon that Luis Suarez starts, and I cannot wait to see this game, which kicks off in just over half an hour's time. What a time to be alive. Luis Suarez starts. You hear it on Talk FCB. We're going to be back after the game for all the reaction from the Clasico. I hope that I'm still in a very happy mood after the Clasico, but that's yet to be seen. My prediction, as always, is 2-1 to Barcelona. I think we're going to win this one, but it's not going to be easy. Stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you later for more videos. But until then, enjoy El Clasico and really enjoy it, because it's going to be a cracker. Barca!